Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I'd come and say hello, wish you a good day, for we have this powerful week with this new moon. I wanted to discuss certain ideas about this ascension potential commentary. And we have to learn to die in order to be reborn. For death is a gift, even physical death at the end of a life. It allows us to start fresh, to start new. But what's going on is a psychological death. It's really like we have to die from a material consciousness to be reborn in a more spiritual consciousness, and this is really what is going on. I wanted to say also that all the bad feeling or negative thoughts, we do not want to follow them. We want to put an end to it as soon as they come and redirect the energy as quickly as possible, not to follow it or try to fix it or try to understand it. It's like let them go and redirect the energy towards joy and happiness. The more you call on the light, the more you become the light. And call on the light says, I am light, I am love, I am. I am love, I am light, I am. Repeat that to yourself and become more of that light, for all comes down to that. We are going through a holiday season, and there is 6 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And a lot of people are involved in this massive preparation for this one dinner. For the true gift is the gift of love, is the gift of connection. It is not about the dinner, it is not about the gift. Of course, those things are fine, but and if you find joy to spend 6 weeks in the grocery stores getting ready for this trip. But here in France, we from now all the way till Christmas, the grocery stores are packed, completely packed. You can't even buy anything because people are just a bit overdoing it. It's a big commercial thing. It's a big commercial enterprise. And the most precious gift you can give to yourself this year is following your inner voice. It means giving less of your energy to others, but take care of yourself. Feel and know what's really good for you and follow that, even if it means letting go a little bit of fulfilling other people's expectation or demand that are made upon you, and to follow the joy. So but in preparing the season as we like, and it's not whatever brings us joy is really what we need to follow, that whatever that is. Personally, I like to be spontaneous, so I don't really do much preparation for things, but I am ready for them. So the highest wisdom is anger and alimentation. So it's about understanding the craving and the desires. It's about finding ways to nourish ourselves in the best possible way. That is the most healthy, because we have psychological habits that may not be aligned with the physical health of our human body. And so we want to listen to the body and sacrifice certain aspects in order to purify it, to leave more space for our soul and spirit to become more attuned and aligned. What we need to understand is the great priest or priestess. It's about returning to this, regaining those old powers, those powers of the power of magic, to trust that we are connected to invisible force that will, through our intention to do the highest will of God, the highest will of all, will align all things into this harmonization, this purification, to make it harmonious. Our life must be harmonious this year. We've been through a very difficult little phase here that was since 2012. What we need to do is biblical. We need to align with the highest value of spirit, to follow the will of God, to understand how meaningful those times are, and for our role within the whole process of transmutation. And the outcome is the wish. I'm going to comment on that. The wish is like, what do you wish for? What do you ask for? For today, I was given a choice for this morning between different colors. And finally, I chose white, and Spirit nodded, I chose white. But it's kind of hard to choose white, because, well, first, white is not a color, it's the sum of all colors, and black is not a color, it's the absence of all color from a spectrum point of view. But there are colors in the spectrum of pigment, so to speak. And so, but when you choose white, if you put any black or any other color within the white, it would completely change its nature. When the black is like, you need a massive amount of pigment in order to change the nature of black. But we will not choose black. But to keep this the highest potential is the white light, the sum of all things that's combined within the white light. And so But it's okay to choose any color. Any colors are there for. Well, in art, we don't recommend to use much black. Most artists, Cézanne didn't even bought black. A lot of people say use dark brown, dark blue, but stay away from black. And black and white are really, unless they work solely together. Black and white, they work together. But if you move in with colors, it's like they recommend you avoid them. And myself as a colorist, I use black and white, but it's my first paintings had no black and no white. It was much easier to work with different colors. If you're going to start painting, it's better to choose 3 colors only to make your first work. 3 colors that you like, and work with those 3 colors. It removes you, it takes you away from the distraction of creating imbalance in the color field. I wanted to say that there could be fear and anxiety around the unknown. For Spirit is showing me my future, but there's so much unknown that sometimes I feel like there is certain doubts. But as we have trust and we follow the inner light, what is unknown become known. But there will always be mysteries that will be connected to our future, for we want to find peace and love within, and that is the most precious of all gifts. But we need to leave space for growth, for fun, for adventure. So the universe, God, will always keep certain mystery. Yet this mystery has been revealed through our inner connection. What we seek is to find the silence within, and the silence of the mind, to be seated within with the silent mind, and to light up this light inside in order to see, for everything has always been there. But go inside of you with this light and see all the treasures that are waiting there. They've always been there. The treasures of beauty, the treasures of truth, the treasures of goodness. Truth, beauty, and goodness have always been there. And there is a whole universe in miniature, in more refined form within ourselves. And those things will be, we need the light in order to see that. Understand God is the great nothingness and the great everythingness. It's like, it is both nothing and everything. We are all made from this nothingness, and then we become all that is. And we are God manifested in form, for God could not make anything, makes everything from himself. There is no, there can never be anything that is created that's separated from God. Everything is made from that. So realize your connection. God is the manifester, and you are the manifested. Recognize yourself as a creation of God. Although the Creator is more important than his creation. It's good to enjoy and love the creation, but to always keep your focus on the Creator. For God gave us light, gave light to the sun, but he also gave us light. The same light that is given to the sun is given to us. That is what we call our consciousness. And so we say, yes, God, I am your light. Yes, God, I am your light. Recognize you are the light of God. Says, I am light, I am love, I am. And so from there will be an increase in luminosity in our consciousness as we develop and grow with those ideas, those mantras, those affirmations, those decrees. This is a portrait of Giacometti. I think it's pretty much finished. I may still do some touch-up. Alberto Giacometti, he had his ascendant in Leo, his moon in Virgo, his sun in Balance. And in Scorpio, he had Mercury, Venus, and Mars, and his North Node. So it's a little portrait. I may still touch it up. I'm not really sure. It's pretty much evolved. This is my second portrait of Piet Mondrian. So this is not framed yet, but it's the second portrait of Piet Mondrian. I kind of like those. They're very simple, and in a sense, when you look at it from afar, you do not see the portrait, but it forces you to come close to look at it. And this is a very important painting, a scene that I did. It's at first it was just those 3 walls, and then it was a great river that was flowing in the gallery. And I showed this painting in Trouville in an exhibition, but painting didn't sell, so I was eventually inspired to work on it. And so now there is this central person here. He's got this crown and this ascending energy. He's very comfortably seated on a chair, and he feels like there's this darker self above that is on the painting. It's like this shadow person that lives in the dark, but is looking into this great spiral, this white spiral. And there's this painting about the keepers of life. And so this scene just appeared, and there was those 3 naked women, nude. There's like the 3 grays and a cat, and then there's this girl with with a green dress that's playing with this oil lamp. Here it looks like a little toy. There's like a little cake here, and then there's those two people. And here it's like all symbolic energies came out of this wall. Those are paintings you need to see in person because it's very refined. There is all kinds of small details that you can only see from up close, but so I comment anyway. Here there is like this, it's like a checker, it's like a pattern with a home sign that leads to the absolute, and it says I am with the sign of infinity, and there's the DNA that comes up to the logos. On this side there is the master universe, the symbol of the master universe with Saturn, the lord of karma. On the other side there is the community with men from the I Ching that leads to the, it's a symbol of Islam, the green star and the moon, and then the sun. It says 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and then it says 7 up there. And here there's seal of Solomon. And then above there is these other scenes about those other spirits with Chiron and Eunomia, Zeus, Apollon, love. And so it's all very, it's very, very dynamic. It's not, I didn't want to clean it up anymore. For sometimes I like to leave the imperfection as part of the perfection. But I was looking at it, it's pretty powerful. I'm going to finish with a song and discuss 1 or 2 ideas more. It's a French song about death and rebirth. For beauty is there for us to enjoy it, but then when it's gone, it's about a rose that is, no matter how beautiful she is, she will die, and then a new one will come. And so the rose is the most celestial of all flowers, the highest frequency flower. And in the future, our whole galaxy will be called the Golden Rose Galaxy once it will achieve the 5th dimensional level. Well, there'll be no more pocket of darkness within the galaxy. We'll be elevated to the galaxy of the Golden Rose. So it's a song, it's called Mon ami la rose. On est bien peu de choses, et mon ami la rose me l'a dit ce matin. À l'aurore je suis née, baptisée de rosée, je me suis épanouie, heureuse et amoureuse, au rayon du soleil, je me suis fermée la nuit, je me suis réveillée vieille. Pourtant j'étais très belle, oui j'étais la plus belle des fleurs de ton jardin. On est bien peu de choses, et mon ami la rose me l'a dit ce matin. Vois le Dieu qui m'a faite, me fait courber la tête, et je sens que je tombe, et je sens que je tombe. Mon cœur est presque nu, j'ai le pied dans la tombe, déjà je ne suis plus. Tu m'as admiré hier, et je serai poussière pour toujours demain. On est bien peu de choses, et mon amie la rose est morte ce matin. La lune cette nuit a veillé mon ami, moi en rêve je l'ai vue, éblouissante et nue, son âme qui dansait bien au-delà des nues, et qui me souriait. Crois celui qui peut croire, moi j'ai besoin d'espoir, sinon je ne suis rien. Ou bien si peu de choses, c'est mon ami la rose qui l'a dit hier matin. A nice song, it's like Françoise Hardy. It's about my friend the rose is dead, but she was talking about all those beautiful things. And I thought I'd comment very briefly. In France, we have those around the world. Actually, there is this great gathering about around the idea. It's like bombarded in the media around the idea of violence made to women is completely unacceptable, of course. But violence made to children is just unacceptable, and violence made to men is just unacceptable. All forms of violence, and I think it is good to take care of the present and do whatever we can to avoid any conflict or to educate. But it all goes through education, and I think the education has to go through the children. For we are educating little boy to say, well, it's okay to fight, it's okay to show that you're stronger, and we're bombarding them with through the media with all kinds of violence, the little children, And then we give them video games where they can murder and kill, and then when they grow up, some of this violence will re-emerge. So it is important for parents not to make the children weak, but to say that there is always ways to resolve problem outside of brutality and violence. So all form of violence have to be condemned. We have to let go of all this need to dominate by force and utilize violence. I think, of course, violence to women is intolerable, but all forms of violence will eventually have to be let go. Just a comment, I thought it was this is interesting to talk about this, and so it will the next generation will be more conscious, and so we have to keep it aligned. And so I think this new generation of children that are coming with higher frequencies than the older generation. Today I got my note. I got a note from Spirit. I had 9 out of 10. So it's pretty good. A lot of people don't even have 5, but in relationship to the ascension potential. But they showed me the one point I'm missing. I'm going to try to do the correction so I can be 10 out of 10 and can feel like completely liberated. Spirit says I will soon be home and be comfortable to create. I haven't been home. It's been very difficult, and I still don't know. There's all this unknown about the situation and how we'll be able to move and get things organized. It's very difficult, but said soon I'm going to be able to be relaxed and at home, and I feel really good about that. And I slept 11 hours last night. I haven't done that in years and years, and for many months this year. I slept only 2 hours a night. I was like insomniac, and it was extremely for only need 5-6 hours to function. But for months I used to sleep only 2 hours, and I was getting really tired, and I'm starting to recuperate that. So it's a great pleasure. It's very enjoyable to be able soon to feel like I'm gonna be able to be totally charged with energy and no longer like catching up on some old energies. I'm going to put one more card. This is the 10 of Raphael. Wow. Your life is made of love and grace. Harmonious family relationships. Looking for happiness. So it's really the card of being satiated by life. It's happiness, it's joy. It's about by finding this complementarity. And so it's all potential for this season that we may receive great gift during this season to prepare us for the next year. So we want to stay wholly positive as much as possible. Well, thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.